Hey guys, got another knife review for you here, and I just want to give you a quick warning that this may be a little bit lengthy review, just because I want to get all the information in there in case somebody's maybe thinking of purchasing this knife. So this is the ESEE Izula, really high quality, really nice little neck knife, and that's the POU or philosophy of use that I put this knife into. Would be a neck knife, probably something that you could wear around your neck if you wanted to, obviously. But this is the kit version, so there's lots of attachment methods. But in just everyday kind of society, we carry a folding knife, or at least I do. So to accomplish kind of all the little tasks that we need to do. So maybe when you go into the out of doors, you just want a little knife, kind of like a folding knife, to do all those tasks. It's not going to do your heavy woodworking or anything like that. But this one is a fixed blade, so it's definitely going to have a lot more strength, a lot more reliability than a folding knife, and it's a little bit more foolproof, a little bit simpler design, and simple is good when it comes to reliability. So that's where this knife really excels. You could carry this knife as just a EDC knife for just everyday use if you wanted to. I don't really see a lot of need for that, but you could. Or you could use this knife as just kind of a last-ditch knife. Maybe if you're a police officer, a soldier, somebody like that, you just want a small little lightweight knife like that. So it really can flex into a lot of categories. Now the blade on here is 1095 steel, and I've really had a lot of very good experience with 1095 steel. I really like it, especially in more kind of wilderness geared knives, which I really believe this to be. It's very tough, very good shock resistance. It takes a very sharp edge and holds it very well, and it's easily sharpened. Really, the only disadvantage of 1095 steel would just be that it will rust, corrosion resistance. ESEE has put a very high quality black coating on this knife, and a really good coating on there. And I can definitely vouch for its quality because with my ESEE 6, it's the same coating, I can tell, and this coating is worn very well, and it will scratch up and wear, but everything will, but it's really very tough. It's tougher than pretty much any of the other coatings I've seen out there, tougher than just painting it or maybe Teflon coating or anything like that, so very rugged. That should really protect this blade steel from rusting, so really all you should ever have to worry about is maybe just that exposed edge rusting. And this blade shape has a lot of belly to it, which is really nice for a lot of your tasks. Maybe food prep, skinning game if you're a hunter. Lots of stuff like that. Very nice blade shape. It is full flat ground, so it's really nice. Maybe if you're splitting very small kindling, that would be nice, but also it just allows it to come to a very sharp edge. Longest distance from the thickness to the sharp part is always good. And it does reflect that. It comes very sharp out of the box. Very impressed with that. I don't know if I'd say impressed. I kind of expect it from a knife of this price and from ESEE, but very good edge on there. And it's a very thick blade for such a small little knife. The blade is 0.156 inches thick. So for a knife this size, that's very thick. And it has a fairly strong point on there. So I think when you see some of their pictures on the ESEE site, which they really have a nice site, they have a ton of really good pictures on there. They're like sticking it in logs and prying like that. I think this could definitely do that without any problems. It's a very strong, little, reliable fixed blade. Now the handle here is skeletonized, as you can probably tell. So that takes some weight off, and I don't think it really takes away too much strength. I think it's definitely still a very strong knife. And it's very ergonomic. It really feels good in the hand. Now, I do have smaller hands, so maybe if you have large hands, it may be a little bit on the small side. But very ergonomic. It has some jimping up here. And the jimping is semi-aesthetic. It's better than nothing. It definitely helps, but it's not just going to totally lock that thumb in there. So it's kind of medium traction jimping. But nonetheless, your hand really fits in there very nicely, and your pinky can actually kind of go in this little hole there and lock in very nicely. Now, they do sell micarta scales for this aftermarket, and my thoughts on that are that sorry, are just that it's not needed. It's just a little bit too heavy, a little bit too expensive. This is already on the pricier side as far as knives this size. So I would just put a paracord wrap on there. Paracord is much cheaper, and I definitely think that it would just add a little bit more dimension, 3D dimension to this handle, which is fairly thin, and just make it a little bit more comfortable in the hand. So, another thing that's really nice about this is that they have a lot of really nice laser marking on this knife. On this side they have the Izula marking on there. They have the little ant thing, same ant on both sides. They have Rowan, who makes this knife actually for ESEE. It is made in the USA, so that will add just a little bit of a cost to this knife. But you know, if you're one of those people that really likes U.S. manufacturing, and that's kind of one of your requirements for a knife, then this will definitely satisfy that. And it is serialized. Now, this is not my knife; it's on loan, so the owner doesn't want their serial number online for everyone to see, which is, you know, fine by me. So I'll honor their wishes. So I put a little piece of tape over the last few digits. But it is serialized, and I really like that. It kind of makes the Izula a little bit more special. And I really liked that on the ESEE 6 too. I think that ESEE really needs to continue to do that on all their knives, because they're already, in my opinion, kind of more of a niche company. They're not Benchmade, they're not Spyderco, in that they're just huge throughout the industry. Everybody owns a Spyderco. Well, not everybody, but you get the point that they're much more niche. Not as many of them are produced and made. So I think that it makes it a little bit more special with that being serialized. Every one of them's just has a little bit more personality to it. Now the sheath on here is a very nice little sheath. Very impressed with it. It locks in there just really tight. Has a very positive click. No issues with that whatsoever. And you can just shake this thing like crazy and it's not going to come out of there at all. It's not even going to rattle. And so it really fits in there very nicely. Now the way that they accomplish that is that there are two little nubs, I guess I would say, one there and one on the bottom. So when you put this in there, those go over this and kind of on top of there and keep it from coming out. So I don't know if over a long time, I'm talking years here, of just pulling this in and out, if you would eventually wear those nubs down, because they're just part of this plastic molded sheath. It's not Kydex, which makes it very lightweight. This is actually lighter weight than Kydex. But I don't know if those would wear down eventually, and I don't think that anyone really knows that yet, because I don't think that the Izula has been out long enough for anyone to get that much experience in. But I really wouldn't worry about it too much. I think that that's definitely a problem for more down the road that probably won't arise, I don't think. The sheath has a hole here, so if you wanted to hang this as a neck knife, you definitely could. There's two holes here, and this slit is, you could put this just straight on your belt the way it is. Just fish your belt through there. So that's really nice. You don't have to put any extra hardware on this very lightweight package if you don't want to. The knife alone without the sheath is 2 ounces. So that's very lightweight. I don't know, if you look at a Benchmade mini Griptilian, I think this thing's around 2.6 ounces, maybe a little off on that, but are in that range. So probably, you know, this whole package is you know, very comparative to maybe that. So this is definitely larger scale, but as far as weight goes, very similar. So that's very nice. Now this is the kit, and the kit comes with some extra stuff. The kit, in my research, costs on average, I think it's around $10 more. I think the knife alone is in the $50 to $60 range. And I think that the kit is around the $60 to $70 range. And the knife, I'm talking about just the knife and the sheath alone. But I'll show you what comes in the kit. It comes with a length of OD green paracord, and I think that it comes with the same paracord for whatever color you get this in. It comes in a black handle, a OD green handle, a desert tan, and a pink. So it comes with OD green, probably around 10 feet of paracord that you could use for, wrapping your handle or, hanging it, whatever you want. It comes with a little cord lock for that paracord, whatever you want to do. And you could probably use this paracord also to just put it on your belt. That's what I did with my sheath on the SA6, is I just wear it on my belt with paracord, and it's worked very well for me. It comes with a little whistle assembly right here. I haven't really looked into the whistle much. I don't really know much about it, and I'm not going to blow on it because it's not mine. But it comes with a little whistle assembly thing here. It comes with two little kind of keyring things of different sizes, so you can obviously use those for lots of different stuff. It comes with a fire flint right here, a very lightweight little fire flint, so nice. It comes with a little hook thing, snap clip thing, and it comes with molly lock and obviously the hardware for the molly lock. So the molly lock's really versatile, and you could really, using this, put it on just about any piece of gear you wanted to, whether it be your body somewhere or just a bag or something. So very versatile. You can put this pretty much anywhere you want to. And it also comes with these two little card things. I don't know, they're probably not really a necessary thing or add a ton to the knife, but I'll take them. So very nice little kit around this knife. So it's really up to you whether you want that stuff or you just want the knife in the sheath. But really good overall knife. Now there is some competition for it. Obviously it's not a super cheap knife. It's much more on the high end. It's much more of a niche kind of knife and company. So there's some competition that probably will be very competitive with this knife. For comparison, maybe the K-Bar Becker Necker. Now that knife is a little bit bigger, but that knife's about half the price. So maybe that's a good option if maybe this is just a little bit too pricey for you, or just more than you want to spend. I think there's a smaller version in the K-Bar line of the Becker Necker or something. I'm not totally sure. So maybe some of the K-Bars. I know if you're just looking for a small little last-ditch defensive knife. Sorry guys, I have a cold. I know that K-Bar also makes the little last-ditch knife, and that it's probably around 20 bucks ish. So that's much cheaper. But if you just want a really high quality knife that's not going to let you down at all, this is a very good option. So I'll give you a little size comparison to several other options, and or I don't know about options, but just other knives. Just give you guys a little bit better idea of kind of the size of this knife. I think some of the pictures that that ESEE has on their website are a little misleading about the size. It's a very small knife. This is a Bird Caracara. This is a Gerber AR 3.0. This is a Benchmade Mini Grip Tillion. And let's see. This is a K-Bar, just a regular K-Bar USMC knife. So there you go. I'll bring in a ESEE 6. So there you go. This thing will pretty much fit on the, it's almost identical from the back here to the tip of this. Maybe a Cold Steel Recon Scout. Again, it'll fit on the blade of a Recon Scout. So, it's a very small little knife, but if it's what you want, it'll really serve its purpose very well. So, a little bit lengthy review, guys. Got to wrap it up, but excellent little knife. You can't really go wrong with it. The only thing I would really criticize is maybe the price. So there you go, guys. Really, really good little knife here. So see you guys. Bye.